Hello everyone! The long-awaited Quinfall team has awoken from its sleep. The recently opened test team applications have been finalized. If you are one of the applicants, I suggest you check your email. Except for the participant results, they gave another news: Quinfall Wiki is being launched. We will be able to explore in-game mechanics in a more detailed way. After the trailer, the combat was revised due to the comments, which is why they were delayed in releasing the in-game videos. Quinfall looks promising, but in this time, lots of mmorpgs are coming out, and time will show what will happen. Frenzy, the dev of Quinfall, shared some details about Quinfall on the Discord. Let's look through the Discord question and answers together. Some of them are really ambitious and exciting. I can say the following as the issues that I have personally encountered and have given serious thought to. Optimization and high-performance software technologies that we have developed for the creation of the wider world. Normally, the biggest problem encountered in the creation of a terrain landscape, even in AAA games, is the number of texture used in the terrain. In general, most game engines have difficulty even exceeding 50 in these textures. The more the number of textures, the more it starts to lose performance. There are 256.2 different textures that can be used at any point in the Quinfall world. This allows us to level design very different environments, such a large number of textures, at the highest performance on player computers. There are only 1 to 2 games on the ground that use this software technology or not. However, fixing floating point bugs in an online world was one of the main problems. By fixing this problem, we are able to offer an online world of infinite dimensions to the player without any problems. Server optimizations are also a separate issue. As you know, having too many players on the same server requires high processing power. In these matters, the preparation of infrastructure that both prevents cheating and offers a correct online environment was the software that struggled us in the first stages. As you know, there are many licensed and purchased 3D models in our game, but no software or tools were outsourced. This is a very sensitive issue. While you can change the 3D model with one patch, unfortunately, the game may become unplayable in the slightest error in the software, and you cannot intervene if it does not belong to you. The fact that no game engine can provide high optimization due to the bony structure of the player characters in crowded environments is one of the most important reasons why we chose Unity. Because we have already managed to write systems that can host 500, 1,000 players in the same environment. In addition, by using our own physics system, we achieved the highest performance even with hundreds of players in many factors such as skills, swimming, climbing, and other collisions. I can give a lot of technical details, my favorite subjects, the points that satisfied me as a player in the games I mentioned. Black Desert, providing a lot of content and life skill diversity. Albion Online, PvP systems and life skill diversity. Lineage 2, old school PvP mechanics and wide world. I see many comments about server locations. We can say that the first closed beta center location will serve from the EU region. Since the first closed beta will be done with a limited player base, a single server will be active. Of course, in the following closed betas, servers in different locations will be opened for players from all over the world to catch better ping. We will not allow regional ping problems. I would also like to mention that each server is optimized to accommodate an estimated 40K players. By the way, we have no plans to switch the game pricing to a monthly subscription system. In fact, we think that the buy-to-play sales system is already deterrent enough for macro and cheating attempts. Of course, we will have internal measures in this regard. We will not use any third-party anti-cheat system. In the hundreds of different tests and reverse engineering we have done, we have seen that none of them have succeeded. Therefore, we will provide this with the method we call double-side protection. hundreds of leased lands of different sizes and in different locations. These sizes are actually set for both clans and solo players. These rental plots cannot be expanded later, so players will need to carefully choose the land they want to rent according to their needs. Of course, they can move their settlements by renting another land later. The private buildings you build will already be accessible to other players through permissions and permissions you have already granted. In this case, you will be responsible. Of course, you determine the permissions to build, demolish, access, and use these lands. In terms of clans, I can say that sales are clan-based, not individual. So when you rent a land, the owner is shown as Clan B instead of Player A. In this case, B clan officials can allow clan members to carry out the operations on this land. Almost all the work on this issue is almost ready, but I should mention that there may be some minor changes. We are carefully calculating all these scenarios from a player's point of view. There may also be some plan changes in the channel system, such as having the build system active only in the first channel, and a few more channels will include the build system independently. There is no occupation of any leased land. This means that a player or clan cannot destroy the buildings on other land. Players or clans have to pay taxes to the local stronghold to keep their rented land active. As a result of castle sieges, all lands connected to the castle in that region will be affected by this situation. At the same time, default cities not built by players are also affected. Deductions such as central market commission rates will be under the influence of castle owners. There are actually a lot of interconnected factors in this regard. We will share more detailed explanations on the wiki. The alliance system is available in a limited way. The current limit is an alliance of 3 clans. We need to analyze the impact on alliance limits and the player community in closed beta, so there may be some minor changes. You will be able to see details about the alliance in the clan section. At the moment, I can't show the final version as these sections are being revised, but both the clan flag and the alliance flag appear in the player names. Of course, you can upload these flags yourself in the specified format. Unfortunately, I cannot give details about the number of members of each clan at the moment, because this can change at any time, but it will be enough to host as big battles as possible. Again, regarding the build system, each clan can continue the build process on their own land, while the alliance will be able to carry out operations on the clan's land in line with the permissions granted to the alliances. The most shining point of alliances will undoubtedly be castle sieges. You can travel by zeppelin and balloon used for transport, but you will not use them. These are the vehicles under NPC control. Instant travel is, of course, available, but these options come at a significant in-game cost. For example, in instant transport, the cost of traveling varies according to your inventory weight and content, so as not to harm the caravan ship profession. We will probably see in-game content over the next week or so. Don't forget to follow QUINFOWL for the latest news about Quinfall. See ya!
Ooh.